Greetings friends. One of my sources is a benevolent alien. His name is Mithisicphephics. These messages are derived from face-to-face meetings, not from channeling of any kind. Message number 9. Subject: explaining the origins and similarity in DNA between humans, Africans, Europeans, Asian, etc., and other mammals. Mithisicphephics. Earth humans actually came from different parts of the universe. These experiences on your planet, which you call Earth, we call it Tiamat, began here for over 190,000 years ago, with many regional experimental colonies. But you see, all of your kind humanoid had a single origin. As an example, you have many types of oranges, all are orange, but depending on the type, with tastes and looks different. These variations were what happened with humanoid DNA, to adapt to different contexts of habitability. Primates are very similar to the humanoids, because that was the concept of the physical body adopted, when the first humanoids have been developed to receive the seed of the individual soul. If you examine your lower primates, pulling all hair, some of them are very similar to the greys, who were also developed strains of these mammals. For this reason there is a saying in your culture that says, "Man was created in the image and likeness of God." This God was the God scientist, who chose this kind of humanoid body, from the start of this process, over billions of years ago. Not only the body of humanoid primates was used, were also sewn in the bodies of marine mammals, reptiles and insects, all on a trial basis, to see what kind of body would adapt better, to become more viable in the third dimension. To our luck, it seems that humanoid became the most viable in the universe, and we want to maintain its hegemony, by multiplying colonies like yours throughout the universe. This scientist was only the energy of the fourth dimension, and in the fourth dimension, the energy does not multiply like in the third. The only way to increase the number of beings in the fourth dimension is by sowing individual energy seeds in bodies of the third dimension that can literally multiply. This is the true meaning of the saying in your existing culture: grow and multiply. The third dimension is the sowing of the fourth, and was created from the top down. It is difficult to deepen such an understanding with you, because it has no practical utility in your level of development. You still have much time to worry about steps so far. Once again, all the different ethnic groups found today on Earth came from different places of the universe. Earth has been occupied by various alien humanoid races, beginning around 65 million years ago, when the Earth had reached a developmental stage which was able to support humanoid life. The Earth has hosted vast numbers of different human races that came to Earth for many different reasons. Some were exiled from their home planets, while others came to colonize, or just explore. Like the Earth, there are hundreds of millions of planets, serving as the cradle of civilization to humanoids, at various developmental stages. Example: black people from Africa came from Sirius planets. Colonies were developed with elements that were kidnapped from their planets of origin by ancient amphibians, reptilians, who were preparing hundreds of planets to spread their civilization. And here on Tiamat, specifically in Africa, to be a warm and pleasant area for the life of reptoids. They maintained a spy service of the mining operations of Camelopardalis, and whenever it was reported a planet with living conditions, they tried to take over the planet. The aim was to form task forces, to build cities and infrastructure to reptilian colonization. When the reptilians were driven out away by forces Etonians, by Tiamat being long used as a cot of humanoid civilizations, the remaining blacks continued to live in tribes, and under the conditions they could find, without specific guidance, and remained so until the present day. Several of these black races from Sirius rose to level 1, and are already highly developed. Possibly, you can receive visits of those people who gave rise to the DNA of these Earthlings, when you guys go to openly relate to the interstellar community. End of message.